Uh, do I remember what maps you played? What? Okay, so I'm gonna cover Zen and Ash because those both seem like things that we might play. So Zen, again, your Discord uptime, just work on it. It's something that it got a lot better as the games progressed, and it got a lot better from the the VOD you posted before. Uh, and your Discord priority. Let's work on uptime first, and then Discord priority second. So, uh, the priority is someone who is going to die, or someone that our team can make die. That is a very vague statement, but that is I've thought about it, and that's sort of the best statement I can come up with. So that's just yeah. Yeah. Okay. And then positioning and cover. Just you do this really well, and there's just sometimes that you get a little fucked because you, yeah. I would also just remember to if you're going to take a duel, just there's a Reaper in the back line. I, just going through the VODs, you win so many duels that you shouldn't. I just because you headshot them, and it's fucking amazing. But calming that you need a duel, and I think there was multiple times that people helped you out. I don't know if you calmed for it, but because I don't have comms, but you didn't win them because people came. You won them because you won them, but they were there if you lost, and or if you needed the help. Basically, they were there, and so that's a good let's start there where basically you say I'm dueling someone, or like I need help, or like Reaper backline, or Reaper on me. It's just let's start with Reaper on me and then go Reaper on Zen, blah. uh, but it's just the ability to make something when you're playing in a team. You have the ability to make something from a 1v1 to a 1v2, and that person will you basically change the odds from I'm going to give you a 50-50 on basically all of the 1v1s you take, which is good. I would even give you maybe like a better percentage, but like maybe 60-40. But you can make it into like a 90-10 if you just calm for it and say, help me. Yeah, your healing orb uptime, a lot less important than Discord uptime, but it is something to think about. Just make sure it's out. And then left click versus right click. Left click is 2 times the amount of damage as right click for DPS. Right click is obviously burst damage, and so if you're trying to pick a shield, just left click into it. And left click is more consistent damage, and so it's just better damage overall. Or it's more likely to get a kill if you're engaged in a fight. If you're engaged in a long-term fight, if you're right click peeking, right click, because left click, it's not going to do as much, and you're not going to kill someone. And then right click peeking, you do a really good job on Lijiang Tower. There's, I think, some clip of it where you just like literally just fire volley after volley. Wait, it was on.
Check this out.
Okay, maybe it wasn't. No, I'm watching the wrong person. Makes sense.
Gaze into the iris.
Yeah, so here, you just.
Mercy on call.
Yeah, so make sure that the other team doesn't have someone who can one-shot you, so Hanzo or Widow. Yeah. And then just right-click to your heart's content. They had a McCree and a Reaper, so McCree is not going to one-shot you. He's going to do it damage if he headshots you, but not enough. So just do it. If they peek, they peek. They might get fucked. You don't know. So your ulting is, I'm not gonna say a little slow, but do it before anyone dies. That's very vague, but do it before you think, because it is healings per second, so it's not instant, like it's not instant full. It's still healing over time, and so it's a lot of healing over time, but it's still healing over time. So just make sure that you do it before they die. Just because there's a couple of times that like the Orisa could have needed it, or like the Rani could have needed it, or even the D.Va needed it, and it was just like half a second too late. And not even half a second, but just like a teensy bincy too late. So just do it before you need it. And if you believe that you're gonna need it this fight, just be ready with it, and don't think twice. If you hear something, because this is a hearing game, basically it's a hearing and reacting game. If you hear something bad, and you know trans counters it, like not D.Va Bomb, but Reaper ult, do it. It's just it's better to be reactive and instant than anything else. Like you can, like I know it's actually a really hard to learn skill, but you can trans shatter, because you can trans faster than the shatter can hit you, and so you can be transing your team while they're down. So like, if you hear it and you see that you're gonna get shattered, just trans. It shouldn't be. It should be a split-second decision of just like, or it should be a decision that you think that you might need it this fight, and just know that you might need it, and so be ready with it. And then so it's like, it's one of those things where the team is going to be like, we have this, 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 and this. Let's try to use this, this, and this, and then always be in the back of your head, like if Frode's on Lucio, say which one you're gonna use first. Just be like, I'm gonna trans first, or I'm gonna beat first, and then you know, if if you see Frode die, but fine, whatever. But you know that you don't have to trans it. You just have to believe that you're gonna get a beat, and so that's, yeah. Just know that you're gonna ult and ult. Don't think twice.
There is disquiet in your soul.
Yeah, so I think your Zen play is pretty good. There's just very few notes of just like, remember to Discord, a little bit of positioning, and then left click versus right click. It's just pretty, I think we've been over it. I think you can implement it pretty easily. Route 66 is your Ashe play, I
My
believe.
business,
Yep, cool.
my rules.
So I have basically I have two notes. Is take your time. So there's a lot of instances when you sort of just panic, and it's not like I can see the panic, but it's decently noticeable that you're just like panicking, and so it's take your time. If you need to hit the shot, you'll hit the shot. I believe in that. You will. If you slow down, just believe in yourself, believe in your aim, and take the shot. It's hard at first because you probably will lose something that you'll lose some duels that you're not used to losing, but it's especially against a Widow, or I mean, don't duel a Widow. That's bad on Ashe unless you're damage boosted. Don't duel Widows, but just take your time on every shot, and just like against a Torb, I think later in this game you 3-shot a Torb, and yeah, like you body shot him every single time, but you hit every shot that you had to, and he dies. And so it's like, if you just, and he was close to you, so it's just like you were scoped in, you're just like boom, 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 and it was just gone. And so, and there was other times that like a tank dives on you, and you're just like left click, and so that's what Coach Gun's for. It's to give you a lot of distance and then be able to take your time on things. So, yeah, that was my big thing. And then there's also dynamite usage, or dynamite practice of like being able to shoot it. That's a learned skill of how far it is and like, can I shoot over the shield? I think if you have some time, we'll practice a little bit of just shooting over an Ursa shield and shooting over a Ryan shield that you burn them, and you can burn everyone around, like burn behind the shield. And then also, I mean, tunnel vision of just like you're scoped in, unscope every once in a while, because like I have told this to Beetle when he plays Widow, it's just it's every like third shot, just look around a little bit. Even every two shots, just look around a bit. And Bob usage. If you see one of your tanks go down and you still want to, and you want to make the call to fight the fight, and you have Bob, he's a tank. He is the 7th player on your team, and he counts as a tank. So just yeet him on in there, in the best way. There was one time when your Orisa went down, and you bobbed, and it basically solved the issue of who's going to take the aggro. It's the big guy shooting at us. So, yeah, I think let's watch a little bit and just make some comments. Else, that's basically it. That's all I have, is just take your time and remember Discord. Oh yes, I love being dizzy.
Stop the payload.
Audio medic.
Understood.
That was awesome.
Enemy turrets down.
Unlucky. See, this is my point. You panicked on hitting the dynamite on the Mercy, but you didn't panic on hitting the ball, even though two different outcomes there, but you were just like, oh, I'm gonna shoot the ball. Boop, shot him. So, just take your time.
Let's clean up this mess. We have an understanding.
Okay, just after watching all of that really fast, you weren't being shot at through any of that, and you killed 3 people. I mean, you led to their deaths, but you killed 3 people. So, take your time, call for help if you need it, but take your time on shots.
Enemy turret. You need that done.
You getting me riled up.
Allow me to repair the damage.
Justice reigns from above. Smoke them out of there. Patched up.
So he was literally half a second from getting to cover, and you took your time and shot him, and you killed him. I think that was the one I was talking about.
Now,
Get into position.
My ultimate is ready.
for your safety, please move behind the barrier. Enemy turret neutralized.
This will heal you.
That's better.
Enemy turret neutralized.
Meteor strike!
What?
This is what I was talking about. Ursa goes down, you throw out Bob. Bob takes aggro.
Enemy turret destroyed.
Smoke them out of there. Enemy turret's down.
Team up for special attack. Suit enemy turret destroyed.
Here it comes.
I'm back to fight.
Allow me to repair the damage.
Enemy turret located.
I need healing. Justice reigns from above. Right on schedule. There's no stopping me once I get into a rhythm.
Get into position. Repairing the damage.
Why in the hell did Diva stand still while getting headshot? No one knows.
Smoke them out of there.
Team up for special attack.
Do something.
I admire you.
Enemy turret's down. Here it comes.
All systems
They're on the ropes. Put them out of their
Please move behind the barrier.
fire in the hole.
enemy turret located. We've gotten this far. Enemy turret
Also, a note about shooting dynamite is take a scope shot. Even if you want to hit it really fast, you can quick scope pretty easily on Ash. So not like quick scope, but there's multiple ways of sort of hitting the dynamite that are pretty helpful. That
True self is without form.
awesome. So like, I
My
think
business,
I saw you know this
my
one.
rules.
Oh, that was bad. Of the like throw shoot one. Oh, this is wrong. Yeah, that's better. So like the throw,
Here it
shoot
comes.
if they're close. But then there's, I mean, like, it'll go in a straight line. If you don't move your, yes, you have to stand still. I have gotten headshot so many times for doing this, but it's just like,
Smoke him out of there.
just scope. Like, you're up here and you want to, like, you want to make sure you get it. Shooting a bunch of times, probably not going to get it. Well, this is not roll out. Different keybinds. So like,
Here it comes.
even then, it'll limit how many times you shoot. So like, you're gonna be
Don't waste my time.
taking your time with each shot and making sure you hit it. So that's just, when you need to hit it, scope. You can, I mean, you can quick scope pretty easily. Like, so it's just more accurate for throwing dynamite. That's just, I think, my Ash tip. So, I think you did well. That's not the right page. Discord uptime, Discord rarity, left click, right click, and healing orb uptime plus calming for duels on Zen, and then just quality over quantity for shots on Ash, and dynamite practice of just being able to shoot it. So,